Hello, we're going to talk about the minimal pairs therapeutic approach. But before we do, let's talk about the phonological processes. And these are speech patterns that are where typically developing children use to simplify their sounds as their speech develops. According to Garud and Barlow, it becomes a phonological disorder when these speech patterns persist beyond the age when most, typically developing children, have stopped using them. When determining what type of treatment approach is appropriate for a child, we must consider if the approach is a good fit and if there's research to support the chosen therapeutic approach. Blyle suggests that minimal pairs approach is intended for preschool children and that they have sufficient cognitive development to realize when they're having difficulties with communication. If a child has received another approach, has received therapy with another approach, and just is not making progress, you really have to ask yourself why. Perhaps the child is just not able to distinguish between two sounds that are similar, and maybe the only difference is either place of production or manner of production. A minimal pairs approach is really a good way to teach sound discrimination and is an exercise in raising the awareness about the difference in meaning associated with a phonemic difference. So, for example, there's a difference in meaning between T and key. First, the child should be able to, really listen and discern the difference in meaning. And then next, the child is asked to produce the difference. Where minimal pairs are, that's going to be two words that differ by one sound, as in rhyming words like T and key. In its conventional application, minimal pair treatment associates the target sound with its corresponding error substitute. So that is, a child produces K as the target for T. Well, then the two sounds, K and T, would be introduced together and then contrasted during treatment. And these sounds are presented in rhyming words, again, like T and key. And the goal is it's necessary to use two different sounds to signal differences in meaning between the words. And if a distinction is not made between the target and the substitute sound, well, then there's going to be a breakdown in communication with both words being produced identically. This is according to Barlow and Garud from 2002. And there is a variety of activities that will elicit these responses. So let's take a look at a demonstration targeting the initial position of words. And what you're going to see is a child that's going to go from ear training and discrimination to production.